American Dragon, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels, Low Key. Tonight, Ring of Honor presents these three men in a triple threat match to prove who is the top athlete here in Ring of Honor.
I remember getting the catalogs from RF Video. I remember I had ordered this as soon as I could, and waiting and waiting and waiting. It wasn't until the end of April, beginning of May that my VHS, because I didn't have DVD player in 2002. That was still new technology. Well, I wish I would have just gotten the DVD then. But if you've never seen this, if you've seen this only once or only twice, you love this match. I know you'll love this match because I love this match. It's one of my favorites. It's in my top 20 of all-time favorite matches.
What kind of nerves do you think are going through the body of these three wrestlers, knowing what everybody has seen tonight, what we felt tonight, what we've heard tonight? Going to last. This is it. What a pace that has been set by everybody else here at Ring of Honor. What do you think's going through their minds right now?
Each one of these competitors have to know that the pressure is on. They've seen some great matches tonight, and they have to be just a little bit better.
You have the American Dragon, who is such a solid technical wrestler, has a little bit of a martial arts background, a graduate of the Shawn Michaels and Rudy Boy Gonzalez Texas Wrestling Academy. Christopher Daniels, who you know very well.
Oh, yes, I know Chris Daniels very well. One of my best friends, and pound for pound, the best pro wrestler in the world today.
You wouldn't be a little bit biased there, would you?
No, I know by the fact. When you want a tournament, who do you go for? You want Chris Daniels in your tournament. And that's why he is the hardest working pro wrestler out there, not just the States, but the whole world.
And Low Key, of course, brings a combination of grappling, high flying, and a hybrid of martial arts. As you saw just there with that big roundhouse kick. Look at that big chop. You saw a forearm for the American Dragon. All three showcasing their skills and styles just minutes into this matchup.
Yeah, all three have different styles. Low Key, the most intense pro wrestler that I've ever seen in my entire life. Have you ever seen him in the locker room?
Yes, I have.
2 hours before his match, this guy, you can't even approach him. This guy is so intense. He's lifting things. He's throwing things. He's talking to himself. This guy is insane about what he does. He has a passion for pro wrestling, and that's why he is so successful.
And Steve, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would think the best strategy against a guy like Low Key would be to break that focus, break that psyche, do something to take him off his game. And a psychological mastermind like Christopher Daniels can easily do that.
Exactly. You have to get Low Key out of the zone. Christopher Daniels is the key right here. He knows the psychology. He knows how to play with people's heads. But American Dragon, when you're thinking about Low Key, he's kicking your head off. So you always have to watch your back. This match is so intense right now. You know what? And the pressure is on. All the great matches that we've seen tonight, Ring of Honor, and now we have this one. Oh my goodness!
What an unorthodox suplex. Looks like he's going to snap his neck. Mayab, American Dragon finds himself in a trail. Whoa. And it should be noted that this is the very first time that these three wrestlers have ever been together in this kind of a three-way dance against each other. They have wrestled each other in tag matches, four-way dances, singles matches, but never these three at the very same time. And I think he's in the zone, Steve.
Get him out of the zone, Chris Daniels, if you want to win this. That man can kick hard, and he's going to... Chris Daniels will be thanking American Dragon right then and there.
The American Dragon now going early to the cattle mule. The American Dragon loves to go for that cattle mutilation, a very popular submission move out on the West Coast. And Steve, very important to point out that this is one fall to a finish, unlike other matches that we saw tonight. This is not elimination. That's it. One fall and it's over.
So yeah, there you go. Instead of worrying that you can pin one guy or that your opponent can pin one guy and then you have a little breather, you have to get that first pinfall or submission to win this match.
That will prevent any kind of an alliance for any length of time.
Look at this!
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, this is the stuff that Chris Daniels makes up. This is the stuff that he dreams about. This is why I think Chris Daniels is the best out there.
Christopher Daniels has traveled all over the world, main evented all kinds of wrestling extravaganzas, all kinds of shows. The Ring of Honor, very happy to have him here tonight. American Dragon and low-key relishing in the fact that they get to go on last. Such a prestigious matchup on a prestigious show like Ring of Honor.
Oh, absolutely. They're all going to take this opportunity and make it their advantage. They want to be the man to go down in history as the winner of the main event at the first Ring of Honor show.
And look at Loki using those kicks, kind of like an axe, chopping down a tree right now. He's just going nuts all over the American Dragon. What kind of an offense do you have for a kick like that?
Put your hand up.
And coming after such an incredible and momentous and emotional matchup like Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero, you would think that would only add to the nerves of these three.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the butterflies in each one of these competitors' stomach have to be really taken into account because you have the intensity of all three wrestlers and then the nervousness of all three wrestlers because they know that it's not Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero at the top of the marquee. Right now, it's American Dragon, Christopher Daniels, and Low Key at the top of Ring of Honor.
A big heel kick there by Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels kind of had a puzzled look on his face when Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero were making their way to the locker room. They will have more on that on future Ring of Honor shows. Big cut right suplex there by Christopher Daniels.
Well, you know, Christopher Daniels, he wants to be the main event. He knows that he's been wrestling for almost 10 years now, and he knows that he deserves that spot. He doesn't want to see a guy like Super Crazy or a guy like Eddie Guerrero who have been on top be in his spot.
He's been all over the world, and he's main evented many shows as Christopher Daniels. Low-key, he's one of these guys that everybody keeps their eye on. They say he is the breakout star of 2002, not to be outdone by the American Dragon, of course. Another guy who had early success in his career, the American Dragon coming from that Texas Wrestling Academy. The American Dragon, Low-key, Christopher Daniels, the list of accomplishments of all three together is just absolutely enormous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is such a great three-way triple threat match. These people here, too, at Ring of Honor, the fans, the reason that these wrestlers are doing what they do. These guys are beating each other half to death. And you know why?
Why's that?
Because these people at Ring of Honor expect it. They want these guys to give it 110%, and these guys aren't giving 110%. They're giving 120.
And how about the Misawa-style knife edge chops coming from the American Dragon? Looks like he's setting up Christopher Daniels for some kind of an Oriental Scorpion. But it looks like it's a different version as he's chicken winging the two arms of Christopher Daniels.
Oh, it's got to be painful. Between the shoulders, the hamstrings, the lower back. Oh, and then the American Dragon's thigh.
And low-key, what an offense. Those kicks are just absolutely brutal and lethal with the background that he has in martial arts. You can put all of that weight behind those kicks, and that's got to hurt.
And they're lightning quick. But look, Dragon still has Christopher Daniels' leg. So every time that Low-key is kicking the American Dragon, Christopher Daniels is feeling the pain too.
Christopher Daniels, of course, you've been in there with him, you've trained with him, you've rode with him. What drives a man like Christopher Daniels in a match like this?
He wants to be known as the best wrestler in the world. And in my opinion, he is. But you know what? Until he's up top of the Ring of Honor and these fans believe he's number one, in his mind, he's not.
And American Dragon going back to those submission maneuvers. Very versatile, no submissions. We saw him go for the cattle mutilation and the version of the Oriental Scorpion. You don't know what he's going to come out with. And the American Dragon and Loki trading chops in the center of the ring like two gladiators from Greek mythology. Loki shot in. Ooh!
Hard elbow. Low-key down. American Dragon goes for the cover. 1, 2. Chris Daniels tries to make the save.
And the American Dragon, not the 10-year bet that Christopher Daniels is, did not hook the leg.
What's scary is American Dragon, as good as he is now, what is he going to be like when he is a 10-year veteran?
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. American Dragon now takes over Christopher Daniels, and we talked about it earlier. We talked about it in the first match, how important the first match was to set the pace of the show, and now the final match on such a show like Ring of Honor, this is going to be the last thing the fans see, the last thing everybody remembers. What a prestigious spot to be in on a wrestling event.
Eric, I've got to say, I've seen a lot of shows. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old. I've been a pro wrestler for 8 years. This is single-handedly the greatest pro wrestling show I have ever seen or been a part of.
And the American Dragon and Loki have teamed together in some promotions against their will, mind you. Just happen to be circumstances. American Dragon snap-marries him over. He's going to give Loki a taste of his own medicine.
Look at these guys. Who kicks harder, American Dragon or Loki? That's the question right now.
I don't think it's Christopher Daniels.
Oh, Chris Daniels is going to find out.
That's not how you do it.
Oh.
An American Dragon, just 20 years old. Low-key, just 22 years old. Just using Christopher Daniels like a kicking bag in a dojo. And the two of them just seem infuriated at this point.
Everybody's on their feet except for Christopher Daniels. He's the only one that's not appreciating the kicks that have been given to him by American Dragon and Low-key. Oh!
He got it from both ends. Christopher Daniels even starting to back off, asking for a little bit of mercy at this point.
Oh!
And that could just break the shin.
Did you hear that? I'll be surprised if one of them doesn't have a broken shin.
Absolutely. Low-key down, the American Dragon down. That could break a shin, break a clavicle, anything.
And Christopher Daniels is still down too, Eric.
But it's a great time for him to take advantage of this opportunity and gather his senses about him. Loki and American Dragon back at it. What a rivalry these two have between each other.
Oh, yeah. For what, the last 2 years, these guys have gone all around the country with this feud. A lot of mutual respect, but you know, each one of them wants to win every time out.
This is what Ring of Honor is about. Honor, respect, discipline, those are the morals of Loki. I'm sure Christopher Daniels feels the same as he just drove Loki's head right into the canvas, right in the back of it.
Absolutely. And instead of going for a pin, Chris Daniels wants to hand out a little punishment for all the kicks that he's taken from the American Dragon and Loki.
And it goes again for the same maneuver of the American Dragon. I wonder if he's going to go for the Angel's Wings.
A devastating move, those Angel's Wings. I have never seen anybody kick out of the Angel's Wings.
And again, Christopher Daniels following it up. This maneuver here, the way that he positioned himself with the Boston Crab, you know this better than I, being a wrestler, takes so much out of the back and the legs.
Oh, yeah. And he had his knee on Loki's neck, which is really a lot of pain.
American Dragon right now looks like he's directing traffic in there. Maybe he's forming some kind of an alliance with Loki.
A double suplex attempt here?
And Christopher Daniels has to be going on adrenaline right now.
Oh, a combination neckbreaker DDT took both American Dragon and Loki down. Christopher Daniels may have both of them pinned right here.
Using a defense as his best offense, going for both men, trying to cover both of them. Look at the determination of Christopher Daniels, continuing to go for a cover. And he's mad at Mike Heater.
I don't know if it's mad at Mike Heater or more of he's frustrated that he couldn't score the pin right there. But he's going up top, and Christopher Daniels is lethal on the top rope.
American Dragon now just chopping him. You talked earlier, you said these chops just embarrass you in the ring, and that's what they're doing right now, just embarrassing Christopher Daniels with those chops.
Oh, yeah, not just embarrassed. These are the two hardest hitters when it comes to chops.
And a double Yakuza kick from both wrestlers. Christopher Daniels right now, maybe his best opportunity would be to slide out. Maybe the American Dragon or Loki would forget about him. He can take that time to gather his senses.
But look at what Chris Daniels did was smart, was he rolled under the first rope so that neither man could score a pin.
Absolutely. American Dragon taking a page out of Loki's book, going back to those kicks. And Loki defending with a kick of his own.
Oh, absolutely. Whenever you think you have Loki down, you got to watch for those lightning quick feet. But Christopher Daniels tried to take advantage of the situation there, tried to pin American Dragon. But watch out, Loki is right there. But Daniels turned around just in time.
And there you go, textbook belly-to-belly suplex out of Christopher Daniels. You'll see a lot of suplexes out of Christopher Daniels in this one.
Oh, absolutely. Christopher Daniels is a master of so many different styles of pro wrestling, as is Low-Ki and the American Dragon.
Christopher Daniels right now hearing the appreciation of the fans, but fans just appreciate the efforts of all three wrestlers and everybody here tonight at Ring of Honor. Double chop. We've seen throughout this matchup, Steve, the American Dragon and Low-Ki working as a team at several points.
I know, which is so much to the disadvantage. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
He used his own momentum into a tornado DDT onto the American Dragon. He brought it into a tidal wave.
Both men are down. He's got him. Crawl over there. Hook one of their legs. He's got him. This could be it.
And Low-Ki, look at the ring awareness of Low-Ki, that he was able to hook the leg while going for the cover. Very smart from Low-Ki.
But another smart thing that Christopher Daniels did, he's back under the first rope. He's taking a breather. He's trying to get his senses together. And while he's doing that, neither American Dragon or Low-Ki can pin him.
It's a great offense. Let the American Dragon and Low-Ki beat the hell out of each other, and then Holcomb maybe sneak in there and score a pinfall.
Oh!
Looked like Low-Ki was going to try and give him some kind of an avalanche-style belly-to-back suplex.
American Dragon taking too much time, and Chris Daniels capitalizes.
Christopher Daniels now going up top.
Christopher Daniels, an abdominal stretch on the top rope.
And look at the added leverage he has by placing him into the abdominal stretch on the top rope.
But what's Low-Ki doing?
Low-Ki again back to those brutal kicks, and throughout the matchup, the more this match goes on, those kicks are going to wear them down.
Low-Ki goes to the top. What are we going to see? Oh my goodness! Look at the ab muscles of Chris Daniels being stretched. His neck, the thighs, the calves, the quads, everything's being stretched right there. If he could have held that a little longer, we may have seen Christopher Daniels tap out.
Low-Ki likes to call that the hanging dragon, and that was not enough. I don't know if you can get any kind of a submission as he's on the ropes, but follows through with a pinfall cover, not enough.
It just shows what great physical shape that all three of these athletes are in, that they can take this much abuse to each other's body and still wrestle at the same intensity they did in minute one of this match.
Looks like he was going for a toe roll there. No, Low-Ki lands on his feet. Takes him back over. The American Dragon now going for maybe a tiger suplex here. Look at the muscles of Low-Ki. Just trying to...
Oh, right in the back of the head.
Christopher Daniels now puts on the Dragon. Not enough.
What is it going to take to beat one of these men?
At this point in time, I think Low-Ki has the advantage as he has been kicking both the American Dragon and Christopher Daniels throughout this matchup, and it has to be wearing him down. Tidal wave and a miss, though.
Christopher Daniels saw what Low-Ki was planning, and he's changing it.
Christopher Daniels now.
Oh, did you see that?
Absolutely brutal. Taking a page out of the martial arts background of Low-Ki. Low-Ki in a real bad predicament right now.
Let him chop in his thigh, taking out the leg of Christopher Daniels.
Low-Ki up top. Low-Ki can fly. Low-Ki started out in the business as a high flyer and has since moderated his style. American Dragon now up. Looks like he's going to go for a big superplex there.
What's Christopher Daniels doing?
Christopher Daniels going in to seize this opportunity.
Oh my goodness! A belly to back superplex. All three men are down.
All three men on the receiving end of that move. Who wants it more, Steve Corino? Who wants it more? That's going to be the deciding factor in this one.
They all want it, but who took the worst bump on that? Was it Low-Ki, who came down first? American Dragon, who was stuck in the middle? Or Christopher Daniels, who used all his energy to pick up not one, but two men on the top rope?
The reputation of Low-Ki, the reputation of the American Dragon, the reputation of Christopher Daniels. Reputation means absolutely nothing at this point. It's what are you going to do now? Do you have what it takes to pull out the victory?
You're just seeing three men right now working on heart and desire.
And the American Dragon with the judo-style DDT of Christopher Daniels. Looks like maybe he's going to go for that cattle mutilation. No. Instead, looks like maybe he's going to go for a dragon suplex. A dragon suplex it is.
What a bridge!
And Low-Ki knew he had to break that up. Not that he wants to help out Christopher Daniels, but he doesn't want to lose the matchup. Low-Ki now looked like he was going for a fisherman suplex there. And Low-Ki taking him down with that hybrid martial arts style. Right on his back with a dragon clutch. The dragon clutch by Low-Ki.
Could this be it?
Look at the American
Stretching. Did you see the shoulder muscles of Low Ki as he was pulling on the neck of American Dragon?
Did you see the hands, the arms of the American Dragon feeling like he was drowning in water or something? Both of these wrestlers now, Christopher Daniels and Low Ki trading blows. Christopher Daniels with an STO.
Right on the back of Low Ki's head.
And Christopher Daniels pointing to the ropes. He might be going for that triple jump moonsault. Looks exactly like...
There it is, it's all over!
He nailed it!
American Dragon makes the save!
Again, American Dragon doesn't want to save Low Ki because he likes Low Ki. Low Ki doesn't want to save Christopher Daniels because he likes Christopher Daniels. It's all about themselves at this point.
That's right. It's not about being selfish, it's about being the winner, of being number one here at Ring of Honor.
Christopher Daniels pulling a veteran-like maneuver. He is the most crafty of these three. Nails the American Dragon with a clothesline. What a big roundhouse kick.
All three of these athletes are on. Oh!
A handspring into a tidal wave by Low Ki.
Would I be wrong if I said that this is not only the greatest triple threat match that you've ever seen, but this may be the greatest match you've ever
This
seen?
is absolutely the greatest match I've ever seen, the greatest match I've ever called, the greatest match I've ever been a part of. This match is absolutely phenomenal, and it's not even over, Steve Corino. It's not over.
I don't want it to be over. I'm having so much fun watching these three great athletes go at it. These three are so exciting. You know who's the luckiest? All these fans that are here watching, all these fans that have ordered the tape on rfvideo.com. This match is going to go down in history as one of the greatest matches of all time, and you fans are the lucky ones.
The counter mutilation now being applied to Christopher Daniels. He softened him up with that roaring elbow. And twisting Phoenix splash. You gotta be kidding me. A twisting Phoenix splash out of Low Ki.
That American Dragon was bridged up, so he took it worse. But Christopher Daniels took him on the neck also. All three men are down. Low Ki used a lot of energy to hit that move. This match, imagine, I'm tired, you're tired. Imagine what these three guys are feeling right now. Oh my
King
goodness!
Crusher. King Crusher. That's it.
He got
That's
it.
it. King Crusher does it. King Crusher does it.
Low Ki is your winner. Low Ki, the main event. Low Ki, the debut show of Ring of Honor is your winner. And ladies and gentlemen, he's not just the winner, he's the man that has all the bragging rights in Ring of Honor.
What a tremendous show. What a tremendous match. And what a tremendous wrestler. And Low Ki to pull it out. He wanted it maybe just a little bit more. He was maybe a little bit more focused. No matter what it was, no matter what it is, nobody can take this W away from Low Ki.
For all you fans that thought professional wrestling has gotten stale over the years, you have to tune in, you have to rewind, you have to see this tape over and over again, because you've seen the greatest athlete in pro wrestling here at Ring of Honor.
Steve, what can we say? Listen to this crowd.
Unbelievable. They're as appreciative as we are. All the boys in the locker room, they all know that they've seen one of the greatest matches of wrestling history tonight with Low Ki, American Dragon, and the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. What a night.
And if everything falls into place, I'm sure these three great athletes will be shaking hands and showing appreciation for the efforts of each other.
Absolutely. You know how I feel about shaking hands, but you know what? All three athletes, it's not about hate, it's not about anything but honor and respect, and all three of these guys have respect for each other.
They're just mad about that Hashimoto loss.
I'm mad about every loss, Eric. You ever lost anything? Oh, that's right, you've never wrestled. American Dragon has the microphone. Let's go to American Dragon.
Okay, you made it on this match. You didn't beat the American Dragon.
just say that.
Both in the same night. Is he out of his mind?
Is that a challenge?
He's lost it.
Somebody book that.
For someone who just got beat, you think you'll play great, don't you?
Damn right.
I'm a little shocked at Christopher Daniels.
If this is what you want, this is what I want. This is what you got. Chris Daniels, if you want to say, brother, I'll give it to you. In fact, why not all three of us fight one another next show in a round robin tournament?
You know,
Oh,
Steve,
hell yeah.
you know, Steve, it makes a whole lot of sense now when Christopher Daniels was shaking his head when Super Crazy and Eddie Guerrero walked by. He was that disbelief that they can honor each other. When they shook their hands, he couldn't believe it. Now it's all making sense.
Christopher Daniels wants to be number one.
And when that's said and done, I will prove to you that I am the best talent here in the Ring of Honor.
Hey, he's got the bragging rights. He won the match.
That's right. He survived the triple threat match. Low Key is the man here in Ring of Honor. And Christopher Daniels isn't too happy about it.
What a tremendous night this has been. And I can't wait until next month. Look at the handshake right there. What a sign of respect between these two. They kick the hell out of each other for 20, 30 minutes, but yet they shake hands.
Well, what's going to happen here?
It's the code of honor. He's got to shake their hand.
Yeah, I agree.
And what?
Oh, I've known Christopher Daniels a long time. There's something eating at him.
What a disrespectful son of a...
I have to say I'm shocked.
And so it's low-key. What's going to happen the next time out in a round-robin tournament? Christopher Daniels, Low-Key, American Dragon, they all have to wrestle each other in singles matches.
No matter who wins those matches, the big winners are the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, Ring of Honor debut show. Here's the man that's carrying the torch right now. Low Key, the man that won the triple threat match. The man that was at the main event. And look at it, the name says it all. Ring of Honor.
And for the latest information on the Ring of Honor, go to ROHWrestling.com.
And don't forget, you can order this videotape and many other great videotapes at www.